All right, guys, welcome back to MMA Al Dente, the only MMA YouTube channel that will never beg you to like, share, and subscribe. I'm above that begging shit, and I'm not going to do it here. Please. I think this is a decent co-main event. It's meant to be the Randy Brown show, although I'm kind of hoping it's the Trinaldo show. I always root for the old war horses, and he is maybe the oldest war horse next to Olenek or Guido Canetti and whoever the fuck else. Got a couple of 40-year-olds fighting on this card. But Trinaldo's a guy who's been in there, fought everybody. He's looked really good. You know, he's turned into, he's a grappler, but he's really got great hands, and he's almost impossible to hurt on the feet, it seems. But, now he's fighting at welterweight lately, which, it's not a new phenomenon, not a new experience for him, but he's fighting a guy who is one of those middleweight welterweights, like Randy Brown. Not that Randy, I think Randy's 6'3". I don't know how gigantic he is, but he's going to have 6 inches of height and 8 inches of reach. 8 inches of reach on Trinaldo. And Randy Brown's a fighter who's only looking better every time we see him, despite the periodic losses, I guess. But he's really developing into a fighter that can fight long. He's really turning into a great striker, I should say. And we've seen that going back, which now probably was like 3 years ago. His Brian Barberina fight was just a standout. And since then, even in his Chaos Williams fight, I thought he looked really good. He was hurt in there, which I thought made him look better, because Randy Brown's chin is the big question mark. That's his big weakness. I think he's one of those fighters where it's just how I've seen him lose the majority of his losses. Those 2 knockouts at Nico Price, Vicente Luque. And I just have it in my head, the next time I see Randy Brown lose, he'll be unconscious. That's just what I see from him. Trinaldo could get it done. He hits hard and whatever, but I don't see it happening here. I think Trinaldo's going to be overmatched, outsized, and he's going to be playing catch-up and maybe survive at some point in this fight. Randy, he looks so good everywhere. Not that his defense altogether looks impenetrable, but Trinaldo is a guy who is undersized for the division, and despite how he looks, because that's really all you should go by is his looks, but despite all that, he is 44, and I guess he does look like he's fucking 84, but at some point that's got to catch up with you, and we've seen him on the losing end against Muslim Salikov a few fights ago, and he still looked tough as ever. He looked like he was never really fighting his way back into that fight. I thought he was, comfortable losing there. And still, it's his only loss in the last 6 fights, I think. He's won 5 out of 6. So is Randy Brown. They both won 5 out of 6, I think. So, this is a fight, momentum-wise, that makes sense and whatever. But I just think this is one that's going to really expose Trinaldo's limits at welterweight and against prime fighters in the UFC and whatever. This will be one where it catches up to him. I'm not sure if Randy can put him away, because Trinaldo's really tough to put away. He's been put away by Kevin Lee on the ground and Peter Holman, if that's how you say his name, and whatever, via Kimura. But as good as Randy looks, his submission skills and everything, got that beautiful triangle over Warley Alves. I don't see him getting a submission here. Maybe some quick guillotine after he hurts Trinaldo. But really, I think Randy Brown's going to be looking to strike, and it will be the Randy Brown show. Striking well from the outside, moving well, moving like a whatever he is, 28-year-old or whatever. And Trinaldo's not going to be in this fight, especially after round 1. Things are going to start to fall apart for him. That's my prediction. Trinaldo doesn't have the fight-ending power, the fight-changing power, I should say. He had that beautiful knockout over Jai Herbert, of course, but over the course of his long UFC career, he hasn't produced the results with his hands. So watching it come together against Randy Brown would be perfect. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to see it, but I'm not picking it. So Randy Brown is my prediction. He's a very good offensive fighter. It wouldn't surprise me if he was able to put Trinaldo away, but that really would be more referendum on Trinaldo's durability and his age and whatever at this point. But Randy Brown via decision is my pick. So, no, I don't think the odds are too enticing there. I think it's like plus 135 or something. They were on BetUS a few days ago. Now they're off, it seems. I'm waiting for these prop bets to be uploaded. But I didn't like what I saw from anything, so I'm not going to bet on this one. But you know what that means. I'll get drunk enough and I'll bet on Trinaldo via knockout. Let's go.